Have you ever been to the ocean or a zoo and seen a sleek, fin-footed animal basking in the sun? You might have thought, look, a seal. But hold on a second, it might have been a sea lion. While they both look like charming sea dogs, seals and sea lions are actually quite different from each other. They both belong to a special group of marine mammals called pinnipeds, which means fin-footed in Latin. This group also includes their whiskered cousin, the walrus. Even though seals and sea lions share a family tree and love the water, they have some easy-to-spot differences that make each one unique. Learning these little details will turn you into an animal expert in no time. Imagine you're a detective on a mission to solve the mystery of the mistaken identity. Your first clues are hidden in their names and their scientific families. Seals are part of a family called Phocidae, which are known as the true seals. On the other hand, sea lions belong to a family called Otariidae, which means eared seals. This very name gives away one of the biggest secrets to telling them apart. So, while they both have torpedo-shaped bodies, perfect for gliding through the ocean and a diet of tasty fish, their family history has given them different tools for living their lives. Understanding these differences is the key to appreciating what makes each of these amazing creatures so special. It's easy to mix them up because, from a distance, they share many similarities. Both seals and sea lions have smooth, streamlined bodies that help them cut through the water with incredible grace. They have whiskers, called vibrissae, which help them feel for food in the deep, dark ocean. And of course they both have those big, soulful eyes that make them look so friendly and curious. But the next time you see one, I want you to look closer. Pay attention to the little things, like the shape of their ears or the way they hold their flippers. These are the clues that will help you confidently say, "That's a seal," or "That's definitely a sea lion." Getting to know these animals is like getting to know two different friends. They might both like swimming, but they do it in different ways. One might be loud and love to hang out in big groups, while the other is quiet and prefers to be alone. By the time we're done, you'll be able to spot these differences from a mile away. You'll learn how to tell them apart, based on what they look like, how they move on land and in the water, and even by the sounds they make. So get your binoculars ready as we dive into the wonderful world of pinnipeds and uncover the secrets that separate seals from sea lions once and for all. The first and easiest way to tell a seal from a sea lion is to look at their ears. It's a super simple trick. Sea lions have small, visible ear flaps on the outside of their heads. They look like little rolled-up leaves. If you can see external ears, you're looking at a sea lion. This is why they belong to the eared seal family Otariidae. Now think about true seals. If you look at the side of a true seal's head, you won't find any ear flaps at all. Instead, they just have a small hole, their ear canal, with no outer flap covering it. So, a simple rule to remember is, if it has ears you can see, it's a sea lion. No visible ear flaps, you've spotted a seal. Next, let's investigate their flippers, because this is another huge giveaway. Sea lions have long, large front flippers that are strong and paddle-like. They are almost like wings, and as we'll see later, they use them to fly through the water. On land, these powerful front flippers help prop them up. In contrast, true seals have short, stubby front flippers that are covered in fur and have distinct claws, a bit like a dog's paw. They aren't very useful for moving around on land as they can't support the seal's body weight, so if you see an animal with long, skin-covered front flippers, think sea lion. If you see short, furry flippers with claws, you're looking at a seal. The back flippers also tell a completely different story for each animal. A sea lion has the amazing ability to rotate its large rear flippers forward and underneath its body. This unique joint flexibility allows them to use all four flippers to walk, or more like waddle, on land with surprising speed and agility. They can easily climb on rocks and move around their colonies. Seals, however, cannot do this. Their back flippers face backward permanently and cannot rotate forward. This anatomical difference is a major reason why their movement on land is so different, which we will explore in just a bit. So let's put it all together. Imagine you see a pinniped on a rock. First, check for ears. See those little flaps? It's a sea lion, don't see them? It's a seal. Next, look at its posture. Is it sitting upright, propped up on long front flippers with its back flippers tucked underneath? That's a classic sea lion pose. Is it lying flat on its belly, with short front flippers at its sides and its back flippers trailing behind? That's a true seal relaxing. These two clues alone, the ears and the flippers, are often all you need to solve the great seal versus sea lion mystery every single time. When these animals leave the water and come ashore, Their differences in movement become incredibly obvious. Thanks to their ability to rotate their back flippers forward, sea lions can use all four limbs to walk on land. They lift their bodies up and move with a clumsy but effective gait, almost like a toddler who is just learning to get around. This mobility allows them to navigate rocky coastlines, piers, and even buoys with relative ease. They look a bit awkward, but they can move surprisingly fast when they want to. This walking ability is one of the most defining characteristics of a sea lion when you see one out of the water. True seals, on the other hand, have a much tougher time on solid ground. Since their back flippers can't rotate forward, they are basically useless for walking. To move, a seal must wriggle forward on its belly. This movement is called galumphing. They arch their back and scoot their bodies forward, inch by inch, a bit like a giant caterpillar. It's slow and takes a lot of effort. Their short front flippers can't support their weight, so they mostly just use them for a little bit of steering or balance. Seeing this belly-wriggling motion is a surefire sign that you are watching a true seal. Once they hit the water, however, the tables turn, and both animals become masters of their environment, though they still use different techniques. Sea lions are powerful swimmers that use their long wing-like front flippers for propulsion. They flap them up and down in a strong, graceful motion, essentially flying through the water just like a bird flies through the air. Their back flippers act more like a rudder, used for steering and making sharp turns as they chase after fish. This swimming style is powerful and allows for incredible bursts of speed and agility. Seals swim in a completely different way, relying on their powerful back flippers. They keep their short front flippers tucked into their sides for a more streamlined shape and use their rear flippers to propel themselves forward. They swish their back flippers from side to side in a motion that looks very similar to how a fish uses its tail fin. This method is incredibly efficient and allows for graceful, almost silent movement through the water. While sea lions are the power swimmers, seals are the stealth swimmers, gliding effortlessly through the ocean depths. Their front flippers are mainly used for steering at slow speeds. Beyond their physical differences, seals and sea lions have very different social lives and ways of communicating. Sea lions are the loud, social butterflies of the pinniped world. They are famous for their noisy barks, growls, and bellows. If you've ever been near a pier or a rocky outcrop where sea lions gather, you've probably heard them. They congregate in large, bustling groups called colonies or rookeries, and they are constantly talking to each other. This barking is how they communicate, establish territory, and find their pups in a crowded group. They are very social animals, and seem to enjoy hanging out together in big rowdy crowds. In stark contrast, true seals are much quieter and more reserved. They are the strong, silent types of the ocean. Instead of loud barks, seals communicate with soft, low grunts and hisses. You really have to be close to a seal to hear the subtle sounds it makes. They are also much less social on land compared to sea lions. While they may gather in groups during breeding or molting season, they tend to be more solitary animals overall. Many seals spend more time alone in the water, and prefer to keep to themselves, peacefully searching for food without all the noise and drama of a sea lion colony. This difference in social behavior makes sense when you think about their other traits. Sea lions, with their ability to move around on land, can easily interact in large, crowded, land-based colonies. They use their loud voices to be heard over the chaos. Seals, being less mobile on land, find it easier to keep their distance from one another. Their quieter nature fits their more solitary lifestyle where they spend much of their lives gliding silently through the water. Each animal's personality is perfectly suited to its physical abilities and the way it lives. So, while both seals and sea lions are incredible marine mammals, they truly are worlds apart. From their visible ears and walking flippers to their loud barks, sea lions are built for a social, active life in bustling coastal communities. Seals, with their hidden ears, belly-wriggling movement, and quiet grunts, are designed for a more solitary and stealthy existence in the water. The next time you see one of these amazing pinnipeds, remember to look for these clues. By recognizing their unique traits, we can better appreciate that while they may be related, each one is a special creature with its own amazing way of life.